Hi, I'm StyleWise style editor Jon Jordan, and a lot of people are freaking out these days because they've been forced to figure out ways to do their own hair color at home. I actually did a video recently that you can check out on this channel about some temporary options, some products that I found at you can find them at discount stores, drugstores. They're readily available, inexpensive, and just because they're sort of temporary or limited term coloring options, it doesn't mean that they're not convincing. There are some really great things to consider. The technology advances. Even so, some people are just choosing to go gray. Celebrities, for instance, it's not necessarily that they can't afford to have the best hair colorist in the world attend to them, but case in point, the lovely Jane Fonda. Okay, she is remarkable looking for a woman in her 80s, and she recently traded in her signature blonde locks for short and sassy and gray, and I think she looks fantastic. Here is a picture of Bette Midler. You know, when I think about Bette Midler, I think about just about every color in the world of, that she's had, red and blonde and anything and everything in between. Brunette when she was really young, before she became divine. But, she's embracing her gray too. And I actually think she looks better than ever. Somebody else who looks better than ever, Steve Carell. I mean, I've always appreciated his comedic timing, and he actually is a great dramatic actor too. But, I never really thought of him as, kind of like leading man, Hollywood handsome. I think he's getting there with the gray though. I mean, he looks really, really attractive with it. And gray is not just for, people who are of a certain age. This is pop star Zayn Malik, and he is doing what a lot of young people, cool young people, have opted to do. And they are going gray or silver, just with the addition of product in their hair. And that made me think about something. If this is your situation, okay, I made a little illustration there. If you've got roots that are gray and growing out, and there's a severe line of demarcation, you don't have to necessarily cover that up and continue on with your, involved and perhaps expensive hair care that involves hair color. If you want to go gray, you don't necessarily have to spend 2 years growing it out and having a severe line of demarcation. I have a little hairpiece here, and you can see like what I mean. If this is your color, but this is the color of your roots, you don't have to wait for this to grow all the way out and then just have like an awkward phase that, consists of several years and, perhaps a few therapy sessions. So I'm thinking to myself, like, why not just use a temporary product like these young kids are doing? This is called Colorista Spray. And it says right on it, it's for hints and highlights. So, if you're growing out your gray, instead of having this big line of demarcation, why not just embrace, section off a few little streak, a little section like that, and just do some streaks to sort of avoid having that strong, definite line of demarcation. Now, this is temporary, granted, but you can see how easily it goes on. Actually, went on my thumb real well. But it washes out readily. And as your gray grows out, you could just take maybe 2 minutes after you've washed your hair and just sort of embrace the gray, soften the look of the growing out period, and I think it would make life a lot easier. And I think it's also a more graceful way of going gray. Silver is sexy after all. I mean, clearly. Thanks for watching StyleWise. I'm Style Editor Jon Jordan. Please subscribe. Please leave a comment. I'd love to hear from you. Thanks.
Subscribe and you'll stay up to date every time we post a video. It's that little red button over there.